were capable of trade and even had their own statues of deities unknown.
Welcome everyone, it's time to do some logbook farming and rog crafting, though the rog crafting will come a little bit later in the stream. For now, I need to get as many relics as possible, which is why I'm going for these treasure chests here, and then after the treasure chests, I'm just going for skulls. Like always, my goal with this is go fast, don't overthink things, because if you overthink stuff, you actually lose money. These logbooks are 20C each. I should not spend more than 20C worth of my time, which isn't a ton, thinking about my placements. The other good news is you get a whole lot of crafting for relatively little spent on logbooks. Means if you need to practice, no, that's not going to work. That's very awkward. If you need to practice, this is a great way to do it. Sure, I'll give the monsters Culling Strike. That shouldn't matter. Can't quite come over here. All right, most of this area, not very good, so I'm not going to worry about it. Instead, I'm going to try to fit a few more over here, like this, that, then come around for this, and end in this area. Ooh, flask charges when slain is nasty. I'm just gonna grab the chest instead. Sure, simulacrum splinters. Finish off back here with a couple stuff. I'm not too used to cemetery, so it's probably not quite ideal. I probably should have gone to the left first and then looped to the right after, but that's fine. Yep, it's a good mechanic. Quite fun. How's it going? What's going on here? Logbooks. Specifically, ROG logbooks. Oh, did I let enemies remove ES on hit? I think I did. That means I can't just face tank stuff, because I'll constantly be out of ES. Or maybe it's a less recovery map. That could also be. I've gotten myself into trouble with that a couple times here. Reading is hard. Yes, it is less recovery. Got it. You know what? If I just go through quickly, I bet Explodey fixes everything. At least up until I deal with a bunch of rares that have Soul Eater. Yeah, let's not feed the rares souls. That would be bad. Because a Soul Eater rare is the scariest thing in the game. Like, give me Uber bosses in my maps any day over Soul Eater rares. Ooh, Turbulent Catalyst. Yeah, reading map mods kind of important. As you can see here, having no ES is weird. That's okay. I do enough damage that it's fine. Hey, no worries. I think a lot of people are new to Path of Exile this league. And so, feel free to stay a while and listen. Now I'm going to go into the underground areas. Get all the extra loot from here. Kill the little mini-boss guy. This is a cold.le, and whether it's the same as Max Roll or not, I'm not sure. Gonna guess probably slightly different, because I have not been following the Max Roll guide. I've just been doing my own thing, based on what I saw players do on PoE Ninja. There's definitely going to be some similarities, but there's also probably going to be some differences. That was the first logbook. Hopefully for the next one, I don't nuke my ES into oblivion. Let's see. Less cooldown recovery, so not going to nuke my ES into oblivion. Just going to have less vortexes. That's fine. All right. I want to go and farm out the left side here. Just going to take a look quickly. What do I think of a new Chief Ascendancy? It's really good if you're playing a Juggernaut or Berserker. You know, I didn't really want to get corrupted items, but sure. Let's go with corrupted items. And over here. Oh, I can't quite reach that. Well, I don't feel like repositioning those. Okay, that was just a misclick. Can I position this any better? Yes. Yep, both are good. And if you're experienced in playing one, you'll kind of know how to play the other as well. Because there's a lot of similarities between RF Jug and Cold Dot Elementalist. Janice, or would it be Giannis? Neither. The most money is in running Dannig logbooks. He consistently outperforms all the others. As to whether or not Tujen logbooks are better than running Expedition in your maps, if all you're talking about is Expedition, then the logbooks are better. If you're counting everything else you drop within the map, that gets a little bit more complicated. And it could very well be that logbooks do lose out. Though that depends on a lot of different economic factors. In general, logbooks are better than mapping. But that's in general. Yeah, personally, I'd be going Big Boom, which probably means no gilded. I do not have a POB for this, but you're free to import my character from my profile. Close enough. What is Big Boom? Extreme Archaeology. Atlas passive node. It's very good. I think I cast my curse slightly before the monsters appeared there, unfortunately. I don't know the cost at the moment, but probably not worth. Usually the time that you'd be using Gilded Scarabs is when you're also using the Charged Compass or Sextant modifier. So if you're also using that, it might still be worth it. And if you are not using that, it is definitely not worth it. Why would Big Boom be bad if you're a melee character? That's a good number of stacked decks. Always nice to add on extra profit. Standing in fire is bad. Actually, I don't know if that was fire. Standing in stuff on the ground is bad, though. It's what I want to make the enemies do, not what I want to do. That's a build-specific thing, Garrett. There are some melee builds that would have zero issue with the chance to block, and other builds that would have a problem with it. So if there's a lot of remnants that disable your build, yes, Big Boom is a problem. That's not really specific to melee. I mean, a bow ignite build might have similar problems, or a cast on crit build could have similar problems, regardless of being melee or not. So without knowing quite a bit, Blime, about your current gearing and progress, I can't really give accurate advice on where you should be investing. However, I did recently talk about build progression on my weekly meta report, and you can check out Tuna's Lightning Arrow Deadeye League start build for guidance on how you should be progressing your gear. Melee is definitely not worse at everything compared to a ranged build. It's much easier to do most of the Uber bosses as melee than as ranged. Assuming, of course, that you've correctly built your melee character.
Welcome. This expedition might take us through a car.
There's only a couple Uber bosses that are very anti-melee. For Hex Blast Mines, how does the enemy curse thing work? Because I know there's a curse remnant. Obviously, Chaos Immune bricks you on Hex Blast Mines. Most builds will have one brick mod. That's totally fine. But I don't know how the curse mod interacts with mines. If a curse mod also bricks your build, that might be a problem, since that's fairly frequent. If a curse mod does not brick your build, not an issue. Flicker Strike and Soul Thirst. I mean, I would never advise that anyone play Flicker Strike and Soul Thirst, to be honest with you. But especially for logbooks where there's significant downtime, that does not sound like a good idea. Three bricks. Wait, what's the third? I can think of two. Which one am I missing? No crit should not be a brick. If no crit is a brick, that means your build is not fully geared yet or doesn't have proper damage. Especially in maps, that should not be a brick. How's it going, Lupus? This is awkward. Yeah, I'm just going to go over to the left here. Nope. I'm not doing that, Ilya. Because if I do that, I'm going to misplace things constantly. And also, it's really funny how much it bothers people when I don't. So I make sure to never do it on stream. Just because a build uses crit scaling does not mean that the inability to crit makes the build non-viable. Again, trash mobs in maps don't have all that much health, even Expedition. Your build should be viable even when you can't crit. If that is a brick, then you are undergeared. An example of a brick for crit would be if you're a cast-on crit build. All of a sudden, you don't do any damage because you can't trigger whatever's supposed to be doing the damage. Yes, I always make logbooks rare. And usually I don't read the modifiers, which leads to fun times where I have no energy shield because I didn't read that it's a less recovery map. Luckily, I don't think that's the case here. Define viable, most things will still die instantly even at 1/6 of your damage. Like, if Hex Blast Mines normally does 10-15 mil DPS, then you should still be instantly killing almost everything, except specifically for rares that are resistant to your damage. In fact, a Hex Blast Miner that's fully geared out and has lost all of its crit scaling should have about the DPS this character has currently. Because this character only has about 4 mil DPS right now on resistant enemies. How many times did I die? In what context? If you mean doing these logbooks, I don't know, a couple times. Usually when I run really bad mods and don't read. In maps, not very many. I don't know exactly, but I would guess under 20 so far. Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really run maps, so I don't die in them. This build is what I would call moderately tanky. So if you try to face tank dumb things, which I do tend to do fairly often, you're going to die. But if you are not face tanking dumb things, if you're being careful about what you face tank, you shouldn't die very often indeed. The profit comes... I mean, there's some profit to be made from running the logbooks, but a majority comes from using the reroll currency. And this is true for every different logbook, but especially true for ROG. Because you can't really sell his rerolls profitably. No. Whoops, I misclicked that. There we go. And so you have to use them. You have to craft if you want to make the most money. I do not have a public filter now. Because I barely maintain my own filters, never mind maintaining it to a standard that someone else could use it. You do not. Logbooks are not on your atlas, meaning no matter what your atlas passives say, logbooks completely ignore it. You would need your atlas passives if you wanted to run Expedition in maps. But for Expedition logbooks, they are separate out-of-map content. And yeah, there we go. Yes, you stood in the red zone. Sorry, I can't heal stupid. Exactly. Yeah, I tried having public filters before, and I got tired of the number of complaints that I got when I turned things off or turned things on based on what I was farming. And so the other problem is that if you aren't playing Path of Exile later in the league, people will still expect you to maintain the filter for the later league economy. Month 2, I'm probably not going to be playing PoE. I'm probably going to be playing something else. And I also, during those breaks, got a lot of complaints of, why didn't you fix your filter? And the answer is, because I'm not playing the game right now. So I've just learned that it is better for me to not make my filters public. Because I don't really have a good way to make it clear what the conditions for using it are. Yes, most of the profit is from crafting, especially in the case of Rod. I'm sure these are all junk. Tier 2. Oh, that's tier 1. You know, someone might buy that. See if this has suppress. Nope, it's garbage. How's it going, Lotador? Something else I should really check into more. I don't know how many artifacts I have. I should make sure I'm not overcapping on any of them. Because that would be bad. Oh, nice. Pasta's great. Oh, good luck. That reminds me, I haven't done Maven yet. I'm sure my build's very capable of it. I just haven't done it. That's the thing about not running maps. When I bought them, they were 20 chaos each. I don't know if they're still 20 chaos each. That was a couple days ago. Okay, so 38,000 lesser. That means I have a little more time. I think I can run these 4 and I won't get... I might. They tend to be between 20 and 30 chaos. It's a little annoying to hit fire first, but there's very little that fully bricks my build, and quite a bit that does something negative to my build. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, that's fine. Yes, you'll need to run a bunch of maps indeed to farm up the splinters. Because Maven will probably take a little bit of practice. But you'll get there. Yeah, I'm sure you'll beat her as well. Instead of being pixel perfect, I'll just do this. They sell for so much because his logbooks are used to generate more logbooks. which make them the most currency efficient thing to farm. I probably missed a couple things over here, but that's okay. I've made my decision. If anything, I probably should have hooked left here and then around. The reason the fire immunity is bad is because it bricks 1/3 of my explodey effect. And also the burn. Yes, he can. He can also be used to buy rerolls and additional currencies. So he's the most versatile and therefore the most valuable. Oh, look, ghosts. Yeah, no problem. Cirrus Flask. I'm not super familiar with Mausoleum and Expedition, but there are some closed layouts where it's fine, and other layouts where it fails. A good example of this is in Crimson Temple, the Expedition gets split down 2 of the lanes, and therefore fails. You can't hit all of the monsters, especially if you're doing extreme archaeology. Whereas in other semi-enclosed layouts, it tends to still get grouped up, and it isn't an issue. I would say I usually prefer more open layouts for Expedition personally, but that's not a hard requirement. My favorite map is City Square for farming them. Nope, I'm just cold dot, not Ignite. If I was Ignite, I wouldn't be able to complete this map. Because, yeah. Also, Vortex Ignite is a pretty terrible build for Expedition farming. Because, in general, Ignite is a little bit weaker for Expedition farming, and using Vortex to apply it is further bad for Expedition farming. So, I would not be playing that for this kind of setup. It's good for different types of farming, just not this. Not for things that can be immune to your Ignites, while also being heavily resistant to you dropping your skill. Because, like, if you get a block enemy, and they all block your Vortex, you have to wait for Vortex's cooldown to apply another Ignite. Whereas if you're, let's just say, Wave of Conviction, you can spam Wave of Conviction until one takes and then proliferates. So, I'm going to fight Uhtred here. That'll be a fun one. Yeah, Essence is very good for farming, even in trade, to be honest with you. In general, I wouldn't say just Exsanguinate, but Pathfinder Poison, regardless of how you're applying it. Hey, my league start has been good. So far, going smooth, though I haven't gotten to play quite as much as I might like. Yes, a Righteous Fire Juggernaut will be doing basically exactly what I'm doing. The only difference is I have to make sure to not select immune to cold, and on Righteous Fire Juggernaut, you'd have to make sure to select not immune to fire. But as a non-ailment damage over time build, or I guess both are non-ailment damage over time builds, you negate a lot of the worst parts. Oh, I've done this terribly wrong because I've been reading chat. I do not want to start here. I need to end here for Uhtred. Assuming that you're crit, you shouldn't be investing into freeze chance at all. because your critical strikes should naturally be freezing enemies, and instead you'd want to invest in freeze duration, not chance. Yeah, like right here, I can select the immune to fire node at no real downside, and that's the thing you'd have to avoid if you're playing RF. Oh, I misclicked. Let's see. There we go. Yep, no problem. Five, so I put a couple here and then cut over to the boss. You know, I think I'd rather enemies get frozen. Because I don't think I put that... Yeah, I didn't put that immunity on yet. Uhtred, and I'll just finish off up here. Like so? Uhtred's probably not worth killing, but I'm going to kill him anyway. He's just a very annoying boss due to how many phases he has and how long the transitions are between them. Yes, go my ghost. Touch all the enemies. Make them juicy and full of loot. I say that, but the ghost probably isn't doing all that much here. Ghosts are much better than they used to be, though. Like, noticeably better. Alright, into the Forgotten Grotto. There's never any enemies in here, so if you ever need a second, this is a great place to dip in. Are you settling for 150 divines to reroll because of a price of Mage Blood, or are you doing that because of how unhappy you are with your current build? Because I know this time around, Mage Blood has spiked pretty quickly. Probably due to the magic finding shenanigans that people are doing. Though there's always different money printers going. Money printers go burr. Yeah, in general, farming for a Mage Blood or a Headhunter is tedious. At the moment, yes, I am, Sammy. What's the build that you want to re-roll to, then? Alright. Come on, Uhtred. There we go. He'll just throw a bunch of stuff at me. Then he'll phase. Oh, the spirit charge stuff. Yeah, that's one of a few cases where it's pretty arguable in terms of the value of a Mage Blood. Yes, Nasro, it probably is still worth it, especially with how quickly you can complete them. Yeah, Pathfinder's very fun. I'm always tempted to League start a Pathfinder these days. Shouldn't stand in that. I'm standing in about half of his mechanics, but not the other half. Because if I stand in everything, it'll kill me, but if I stand in most things, I'll be fine. God damn it. Speaking of, if I stand in everything, it'll kill me. I was not paying close enough attention to his attack animation there.
The stars betray us.
Ah, it was a good League start choice. Did everything that I wanted it to. The leveling was much smoother and faster than anything else I've played recently. In terms of the end game, actually not very different from playing a Righteous Fire Juggernaut, to be honest with you. Very, very similar experiences this League versus last League. With the only real difference being the content that I did, not my build.
No escape.
So, question about the Orb of Conflict.
Defiant well.
What are you exactly trying to do? Because when you say the opposite implicit as high as possible, are you talking about a filler implicit that you're going to remove from the item afterwards? Or are you talking about something that you're going to keep on the item? Because usually what you do is you fix one implicit and then you add the other. And oh god, I just stood in a bunch of bad. That debuff is very irritating.
Give in.
The good flask belts are usually very inexpensive. They're generally only a couple divines, because people consistently undervalue them. I don't think I've ever paid over 6 divines for a flask belt. At least not in recent history. And that's Uhtred. A couple divines is objectively not a lot. Not for a best-in-slot item. And I have plenty of videos that people can follow to earn way more than a couple divines. So if you think a couple divines is a lot, I would recommend one of my farming strategies. Yes, the Taste of Hate was a noticeable increase in tankiness. Absolutely. So if you're trying to elevate the 35% Fizz to Cold, you don't care about the tier of the Exarch mod. The only thing I would say is you might want the Exarch mod to be tier 3+. Because if you don't have tier 3+, it's likely to get rolled off during the elevation process if you get unlucky. Yeah, exactly like Hubi says, you can just slam essences and beasts in low tier maps, and you'll be making multiple divines an hour, even with a relatively inefficient build. So for a best in slot item, 6 divines is not that expensive. And that's also the most I've ever paid. I didn't say I paid that every time. There are plenty of those that I've bought for 2 divines or less. Which, for reference, is often the price of a 6-link. Yeah, even later they tend to stay really consistent and effective. Selling beasts is very easy. You can literally just go into TFT and sell them in bulk. You won't make the most possible profit from it, but you will sell your valuable beasts within a few seconds. And it's also well, dumping yellow beasts is annoying either way, but it's a reasonably effective way to dump yellow beasts if you want to do that. Oh my god. Yeah, if your auras are off, that does tend to be bad. Double corrupted uniques are often a great way to add extra value to your build. Because sure, something like a double corrupted chest piece, everyone knows to look out for. What about a random double corrupted helmet with leech? Leech could make it much easier to gear your character, and oftentimes people don't value that, because most people aren't looking out for leech. Obviously, you have to be using a unique helmet, and you have to be able to actually effectively leech for your build. But if you can, that's just a quick example of a way to get a lot of extra value for often very little extra cost. And that's something else that a lot of people who tend to run into issues making money don't consider. Leave up a live search. You don't necessarily need to upgrade your gear right now this instant. Sure, if you're dying constantly because your resistances aren't capped, you need to upgrade your resistances this instant. Or you could put on Purity of Elements and upgrade your gear a bit later. But if you live search, you'll often get items for much cheaper than if you were buying it outright. And you can do things that make you money while you're looking to spend your money. And no worries for the tip. Hopefully the bleed build is going well. How's it going? I'm going to go over this way. Wait, why did I go over this way? That's a cold remnant. That's an example of not paying attention. Yeah, people criminally undervalue corruptions all the time. There are so many corrupted items that I buy for 1/3 to 1/10 of their actual value. The first thing to do when crafting something like a grasping mail is to look up what the builds are using it for. So attack speed dex, what are people using that for currently? And also, does it have fractured modifiers? Because if it has fractured modifiers, you can use Eldritch Currency to reroll the affix wherever fractured modifiers exist. And if it doesn't have any fractured modifiers, then you're probably not going to be able to craft it in any sort of cost-efficient manner. Put that here, this here. Come up over here for all these. And then for the last one, I'll just aim it over this way. Perfect. Because if I'm remembering correctly, the attack speed mod is a suffix and coldest extra chaos is a prefix. And there's no economical way to craft an item that has one suffix, one prefix, and is already rare. First of all, you should never be selling things for 1C at this point in the league. Not individual trades, anyway. If you're selling something where you sell 5 or 10 of it at once, then maybe. But your individual trade value should not be 1C. And do people see your prices as a scam? No, it's just very likely that the things you're picking up aren't in demand. How's the cooldown build? It's good so far. Very smooth. Been farming some logbooks. Can't really speak to it in maps, though I'm sure it's great in maps, just because I haven't done maps. I've done pretty much everything but maps this league. Also, I'm going to disagree with you on that part, Lupus. Even if you're going to play multiple builds in a league, if you are still playing your build and you're still, you know, planning to continue with it, you should keep investing in it. Because that builds value for later. Like right now, I've put about 50 divines into my cold dot. And I would definitely get over 50 divines out if I was selling the gear. If I put in 100 divines, I'll probably get 150 to 200 divines out if I were to sell the gear. So there's no harm in me investing. The only reason to stop investing is... No. I was not paying attention. Oh, minus max. That explains it. I sold about half the essences for 40 divines, and I crafted with the rest. Which is how I funded things like my build upgrades. As for why should you keep investing in your builds? Because it's not necessarily about doing everything, it's about doing things faster. Or just having a better experience while doing them. Yeah, I do tend to keep my characters in a Hall of Fame, although it's less about keeping them on standard and more about people look them up because I'm a content creator. And so I quite often kind of have to leave them. Okay, yeah, that is T1. Interesting. Yeah, that's one problem with me doing stuff on stream, Lupus. I go completely stream of consciousness and forget everything I just said. Explosive placements in the next logbook. I look for any currency icons or skulls and go with that. And I just look for the nearest thing that seems remotely relevant. These logbooks are not particularly high value. They're not the well-rolled ones. So I don't worry about the specifics too much. I just want to place stuff down and not think about it much. But what was I saying in terms of investing? Oh, the only reason to stop investing is when you specifically have your reroll planned out. And you're at the point where you're saving up to / rerolling into the next build.
Godslayer.
If you want to build for Trial of the Ancestors, I would go with Spark Inquisitor. It depends on what you feel squishy to, Michael. What's killing you? For example, if it's physical damage, you want more armor, additional physical damage reduction, or damage shifting. If it's chaos, then you want chaos resistance. If it's elemental, then you want maximum elemental resistances or less elemental damage taken. Or if it's just a lot of little hits, you might want avoidance or recovery on block.
Hero.
All right, I believe that's all of them for now. So we are gonna mute the dialogue and start dealing. Why do I put the items in a 2-div stash? So that I don't have to worry about how much they're worth. All I need to know for this is that the items are probably not worth 2 divines or more. And when I fill this tab up, I'll lower the price to 1.5 divines and continue doing that. Don't do reverse knockback tornado shot totems. They hotfixed that. Second character, what build as a fast bosser and heister? I wouldn't. I would not recommend combining a fast boss killing build with a heisting build. I would pick one of those things and choose a build for that. Right, item level 85 with 118 life. Sure, let's start with this, because this is already pretty good. This is potentially sellable as is. Upgrade the level of 5 modifiers. Guess what? That's exactly what I wanted. Now it has even more life resistances and life regeneration rate. Now I don't reroll, and I don't want to remove, so I'm just going to take the item because I think it sells as is. Let's see. Item level 84 hybrid base is too low. Item level 85, though. That's always good. 85 Tornado Wand. This is not worth a Regret Orb. Because no trade is worth a single Regret Orb. So either this sells for 9 Chaos or it gets vendored. Alright. I don't really care about removing modifiers, so I'm not going to do that. Add a prefix, sure. Upgrade, sure. Reroll prefixes, hoping for move speed. Upgrade here isn't particularly helpful because I already have bad affixes. Yeah, that entirely bricked. I didn't get to reroll the suffixes at all. So that just goes away. But the goal was to reroll suffixes to try to get stuff like spell suppression. Rings are always good. You want to focus on suffixes with rings. Oh, or just get, T1 life. Now it's already pretty good. T2, T3, T2. So with the T1, T2, I could take this as is. So I'm going to go conservative. Upgrade the level of modifier. Yes, I do not want to add a prefix. Reroll the values. Sure. I do not want to reroll. All right. I'm pretty happy with this. Another ring. It's got some good suffixes, some bad suffixes. So reroll. Yes. Chaos Res T1 is good. The rest is great. Well, sorry. The rest of the suffixes could be great. The prefixes are garbage. So I'm not going to remove here. But I'll reroll again because it definitely could be better in terms of tiers. Didn't necessarily improve it. So the problem with selling cheap items is it's not worth your time to make the trade. You lose money by making that trade. I might as well apply quality. So if you want a fast bosser that isn't a glass cannon, I would farm up or save up currency for a poison spark pathfinder. Yes, the league has been up for a week. Rerolls, reroll the suffixes again. All right, that's better. But I didn't open up any prefixes, so this is another brick item. Unset rings are particularly valuable among rings. Hubris circlet, but it's 84. That's a little bit too low, item level-wise. So let's do... Wait, no, not the hubris. The jewel. Jewels are very simple. You can hit reroll pretty much as you want. Poison, duration, and bleeding. That doesn't work together. Let's try again. Impale res. I mean, that works, but nothing else about it's particularly good, so... Dot multi-reduced mana cost. That's one I want to keep. No, stop trying to reroll the suffixes. Let's reroll the prefixes. And I ended up with attack speed with one-handed melee weapons, attack speed with swords, mana cost dot multi. Is that good? Are there any bleed or poison sword builds out there? Who knows? But if there is, that's really strong. The thing about that, easy, you are losing exponentially more money. Oh, wait. God damn it. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just clicking. All right. I ruined that item. My profile's in the description. So the thing about selling people cheap, like 1 chaos or less items, is for every chaos you save them, you lose 10 chaos. Which means your progress stalls out. And that's just not very sustainable. Poison Spark Pathfinder. On a high budget, it's an excellent build for everything, including Simulacrum. I'm not using any tattoos at the moment. Suppress. Add a suffix modifier. This probably didn't roll quite well enough to be good, but it's early enough in the league that it could sell due to a very high life value and open prefix. I want move speed and life. Oh, look, move speed and life. Now I want to keep the prefixes and reroll the suffixes to anything good, like suppress. Cool. And now we've got a very well-rounded item. Oh, yeah, you're right. My profile isn't in the description. Well, it's the same as my username here on YouTube. I'm not sure where it went. All of my streams are supposed to automatically have it in the description. I would guess that YouTube broke something with that, like they like to do with things. All right, let's reroll some suffixes here. Add a prefix. Not a good prefix, unfortunately. I'd really like to reroll suffixes again. Incubator, sure. All right, that bricked. You know, as much as it bricked, I wonder if anyone would buy that. Probably not. It's borderline enough that I'll keep it. +1. See, this would be an insane item if it was item level 86. Because you'd have a high chance of upgrading that all minion skill gems to tier 1 for +2. Unfortunately, it's not item level 86. This one is. So let's try this one. I don't care about upgrading, but I don't want to increase the cost. Add a suffix, sure. Reroll prefixes. Upgrade, sure. Quality, whatever. Reroll, that's fine. Upgrade. I really would like to reroll the suffixes. No? Okay. Oh, it hit spell suppress. Hit T1 suppress. That makes it sellable, and that's why you take items to the end if they've got nothing else going on. Ooh. That's almost good. If only it didn't have a garbage stun block recovery. That's T1 Chaos Res. Those are very good suffixes. I think I can make something out of this just because it has triple T1 suffixes. Add a prefix modifier, yes. Never remove all suffixes. Upgrade, no, stop trying to reroll my suffixes. Add a prefix, no, I don't want to add a prefix. Set quality, I'm not going to waste currency on setting quality. It became a mediocre chess piece. Had potential, though. And sometimes potential's all that you need. So, upgrade is fine. Add a suffix is good. I do not want to add a prefix. I don't mind a quality. I've done a couple sanctums, and Cold Dot was fine. The downside of using Vortex is you can't see the screen very well, but the upside is everything moves really slowly. Alright, reroll the suffixes. This is the big risk, potentially big reward. Did not pay off here. But that item was not being cooperative. Some items will be very cooperative and roll everything you want almost immediately. Other items just won't, no matter how hard you try. Let's see if this is cooperative. It can roll tier 1 movement speed, which is why it's worth filling with prefixes and hoping. Cold Res and Life Regen, not bad, but I can reroll that. Let's see. So remember how I said it can roll T1 move speed? We did it. And add a suffix, sure. Is that great? I mean, in theory, all you have to do is annul the armor, and yes, it's genuinely great. You should probably just sell this as is. But where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in the safe money when you have a 33% chance to make it way better and a 66% chance to straight up delete the item? Wait, no, it's a 50% chance to make it better because the hybrid could be flat. Okay, deleted the strength. This is where I get to do something fun. I think Spark Inquisitor is quite good for the tournament. Just going to put all these in here. I should have done it that way. Try to organize it at least decently. And take a Ferrex. Pretty sure Ferrex Link Alpha is correct. Oops. So now I do prefix to suffix. I have a 66% chance. Yes, I did. I just haven't finished the video yet because those videos take a long time to script out. And I've redone the script twice so far. Oh, look. Not only did I hit a relevant suffix, but I removed the hybrid life, so I didn't break it. Now I craft life and put that up for sale. 35% move speed is pretty rare, therefore it's decently valuable. Should do better than 58. 63, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, in terms of my 100 divine goal, I have about 55 raw divines, and I have about 50 to 60 divines in gear. So I'm a bit over 100 now. I don't think it's worth rolling siege axes right now. 86 gloves. The base is poor, but you know what? I bet that works. I haven't seen confirmation that they do eclipse, so I would assume they don't. No, I don't want to remove suffixes. I want to re-roll suffixes. Stop trying to remove suffixes, game. Bad Rog. Alright, Rog did not want that item to exist. On amulets, +1 gem prefixes are particularly valuable, though LE damage of attack is also good. I don't have any reroll plans, nor do I have any specific plans around how much I'm going to invest into the build. That amulet did not work out, as amulets often don't. Ooh, T1 strength. Increased armor. Okay. Reroll prefixes. Life. Cool. No, I'm not going to reroll the suffixes. I'm going to take that. Someone could very well use that. Reroll prefixes, sure. Oh, those prefixes are terrible. Let's try again. Maybe? It's not letting me try again. Stop forcing me to keep rolling this terrible item game. God damn it, Rog. Hybrid helmet. It's 85, though. If it was 86, I'd try. Titan Greaves with life regen and strength already. Sure. What I need to do is upgrade the prefixes. It's not bad. Good suffix. Remove a prefix, sure. Add a prefix, sure. Upgrade the level. Do not add another prefix. Take item. Wait. Skip first. Take item. Katava's Thirst is the helmet, right? If so, yes, but not in the past 5 or 6 years. I used Katava's Thirst in a build when the item came out, which I think was about 5 years ago. Maybe it was 4 years ago, actually. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Ooh, I got Dex there. The 1 mana per enemy killed is garbage, though, which is unfortunate. Improving it to 3 does not help. I need to remove lowest modifier. Oh, that's a decent bit of armor. That did not work out. It's okay, though. Don't believe 86 unlocks anything special on wands. So let's try for a ring. Reroll suffixes. Prefixes are already full, so sure. Strength, cold damage, fire res, upgrade. Do I reroll prefixes here? Probably going to make it worse if I do. Okay, I'll actually remove all prefixes. That does make it better. Add a prefix modifier. Didn't work out. I don't think crafting life on this gets it sold. I have sold talismans in the past, but it's very rare for a talisman to be sellable these days. Oh, lightning res, cold res. Okay, add a prefix. Sure, remove prefix, reroll suffix. Rarity, not terrible. Intelligence, all right. Life regen, not terrible. Was really hoping for something better than that. But I could craft life on that and see if anyone buys. Unfortunately, when it comes to seeing something explode the screen, most builds that you see should be exploding the screen. Oh, nice, Lupus. I didn't know they uploaded footage. Yeah, the talisman buffs were very temporary. I feel like these days they could bring the buffs back and it wouldn't negatively impact stuff. At the time, talismans were quite powerful, though. See, reroll suffixes. T1 accuracy, life regen, dex. See, life regen and accuracy is usually paired on builds that use unique gloves, which is very unfortunate. Upgrade the level of modifiers. Reroll the prefixes? Hell yes. Do not reroll the suffixes. I could open up a prefix with Eldritch Currency. Or just straight annul it. Might just straight annul that one. Very nice. Right, fill all... Sure. The item has nothing going for it right now, So I might as well fill and take the chance. Ooh, regen intelligence. If I could get rid of that life per enemy killed and fix the prefixes, that's asking too much. This is probably going to be a brick. Yep. Cast speed is nice, and it has life already. Since it already has life, I'm not going to add a prefix. Nor am I going to reroll. You know what? Just going to take that as is. Add a suffix for res and let the market sort itself out. And the suffixes on this are strong enough that if I open a prefix, like I did, I can now craft life. And that's another one where I let the market sort itself out. Once this tab gets full, I'm just going to lower the price to 1.5 divines and keep doing that. And I don't know why I keep going back to Dannig. Ooh, if I could get suppress on this, that'd be really good. It's already kind of usable. Those are really solid prefixes. That is not suppress, unfortunately. Ooh, T1. I think more people will use a shield like this for suppress. So let's try again. There we go. Suppress. Do not reroll prefixes. Add a suffix modifier. T1 accuracy. Sure, random incubator. Cool. I think that's sellable. And this already has spell block, but the rest of its mods aren't great. This is probably going to be a brick. Never mind. I spoke too soon. Yeah, never mind. I spoke way too soon. Do not add a suffix. Do not fill. I'm just going to craft a res there, and that is also very sellable. A lot of these things are not going to sell for the 2 divines in the tab, or even the 1 divines in the tab. It's going to sell for like 30 chaos. It'll take a little bit for the tabs to filter down. Vile Quiver. If I can get dot multi on this or something, maybe. It is 85. Let's go with this first. Sure, reroll prefixes. Lots of damage. Ooh, damage over time multiplier. That's popular. Reroll prefixes more. No, do not reroll suffixes. All right, take that. Let's do Ye Olde Null. Because if I can get an open prefix with the spell damage, that's a pretty decent cool dot amulet. Still not bricked. There we go. My Atlas is not relevant to anything that I've been doing on this stream. Nor anything that I have done in the past few days. If you want to see a bunch of random nodes, you can, but I will warn you, it is not relevant and it is not a fully put together strategy. It's just stuff I kind of clicked. Let's try a jewel. I don't want to remove suffixes, but I do want to reroll. Yes. Mind throwing speed's good, but attack speed is not. Trap throwing speed, lightning damage. Okay. Ooh, double res. It has no effect on logbooks. Crit multi cast speed. There we go. And almost perfectly divined. So I'm just going to take that. That's a usable jewel. If I were farming my logbooks in maps, as opposed to buying them, then yes, the nodes on my Atlas tree would be relevant. But whether or not I have been doing that, and I could, but I have not been doing that. It's my understanding that Legion is already profitable, Jimbo. Let's try to get good suffixes here. We've already got good prefixes. Fire damage, fire res. Okay. And I'll remove a fizz damage. No, I don't want to reroll prefixes, but I will add one. Upgrade modifiers. Hell yes. Upgrade modifiers again. I will not add a prefix, but I will add a suffix. And that is a damn nice ring. Yes, I'm buying logbooks. If you want to farm a lot of logbooks, you kind of have to buy them. Okay, I would like life here. And I'd like a third good suffix. Oh, that's so good. I don't want to add... Okay, I'll reroll prefixes. Oh, that's beautiful. No, we're just keeping that. Yes, I've been buying the ROG logbooks. Crystal Belt. Upgrade a modifier. I upgraded a suffix. Flash charges gained. Oh, nice. You know, I do think removing the life is correct here. Because all the other mods are really, really good, and that life is worse than crafted. I'm not going to remove suffixes, nor am I going to fill. I'm just going to take the item. I'm doing well. And as for console, I'll be honest, I've heard a lot of bad things. I've never played Path of Exile on console, so I can't really speak to it personally, but I've heard enough bad things that I don't think I would be playing very much Path of Exile on console personally. Though, I really hope it improves, especially for PoE 2. I really hope that GGG is able to improve the console experience. I know they've talked about it, and I know they've run into issues with the console publishers. And so I wish them the best in sorting that out. I don't want to reroll suffixes because we've got strength on a strength belt. Add a prefix modifier, sure. I don't want to reroll prefixes. I don't want to reroll suffixes. I'm just going to sell that as is. Now, some of this information about console might be outdated, but I heard there were a lot of crashes and similar issues. Maybe more modern consoles handle it better, though. Add a prefix, upgrade, sure. Reroll, definitely. Try to get life. Nope. Do not add another prefix. Upgrade, yes. Okay, could you... No, you can't. Okay. That's a bad ring. Recoup's good. Cold res is okay. Int is okay. I'd rather reroll, not add a prefix. Yeah, I'll just reroll all that. It's not good enough. Remove a suffix. Don't add a prefix. And, all right, remove a suffix. This is probably going to be a brick. Yeah, it's a brick. So I'm going to put that there, put this here, put this here. And now the price of this tab becomes 1.5 divines. And this empty tab that I set up just to kind of have around, 2 divine tab, stuff starts going into it. 45. I want at least 50 life, because people are more likely to search 50 plus. Could be that ES is better here, I don't know. It's a weird set of item that probably won't sell for a while. Ooh, money. This is big money. So try to fix the suffixes in any way possible. No, do not add a prefix. Fill all empty. Do I fill all empty here? I kind of feel like I have to, but I also feel like I shouldn't. This is a hard one. And you know what? I think I'm going to just not make the choice. Take the item as is and sell it as a crafting base for someone. Reroll suffixes. Yes. Attributes. Not going to remove. Upgrade. Reroll prefixes. Not going to add a prefix because I can craft life. This is quite good as is. I'm just going to take. The problem with filling is you can get a lot of really bad modifiers. Like you could get damage to attacks as a prefix, and then you could get, let's just say, crit as a suffix, and not many attack builds will use all skill. Hey, thank you very much, Kesson. That means a lot to me. Especially at League Start, where I will admit there have been some nights with a bit less sleep than I really should have. But I'm happy to do it, and I'm glad it's been paying off. So T1 life and flask charges gained and chaos res. Fairly rare combination. Add a suffix modifier. Life regen, hell yes. Do I want to add a prefix mod? I kind of don't. But also, skipping seems bad here because I'd really like to upgrade. Haha, that was the correct choice. Upgrade, yes. Oh man, this is a sick belt now. Let's hope for either life or res quality. Elemental damage, okay. That's gonna sell. I guarantee you someone will enjoy that a lot. Hey, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. It's good to hear that overall console's doing better than it used to be. Ooh, Fizz spell skills. And I believe, yes, that's the only prefix. So now I just want to reroll the suffixes to anything that's not trash. Okay, the suffixes are still trash. God damn it. Let's try again. Crit chance for spells. You know what? Maybe I just remove all suffixes. Crit for spells. Oh yeah, there we go. Add a prefix modifier. No, I'm going to sell this as is. So I'm going for bases that either A, tend to roll good modifiers, like rings where you can isolate the suffixes and roll, or B, tend to already have good stuff on them, like this and this, or C, things that people will often buy, like Gear of Spell Suppression. I'll try to, as I select the next couple bases, talk about why. Random influence. Ooh, this is going to be a big gamble. Well, we're Warlord now. Let's reroll. And we got no influence mods. Sadly. If you can hit something like a curse on hit, that's easy money. I have several guides for Expedition. They're all a couple leagues old, but nothing has really changed, especially for things like logbooks. So they're all fully up to date in terms of the current league and Expedition logbooks. Obviously, if I talk about, hey, I sold this for this much, that part is never going to be up to date. But in terms of the strategies, yep, they're good. So the reason I want to select this shield is it has block and spell block. I just want to get useful prefixes, and realistically, I could just call it good as is. Because hybrid life is fine. I could just craft life on it and sell it to someone. But instead, I'm going to hope for better, which so far I haven't gotten. There we go, life. Now upgrading tiers is my main goal, which I just hit one of them, like that. Upgrade a modifier. Upgrade a modifier. All of a sudden, I'm up to tier 2 life with T1, T2 block. And I'm just going to take that and put it up for sale. Someone might be a block build. They're scaling some extra defenses. They need 3% spell suppress. Probably won't sell for a ton, but it probably will sell. Whereas this base, it's item level 83, which means it can't roll T1 res. It can't roll T1 suppress. And it's in a pretty poor state, so I'm just going to give that a pass. Same for those gloves. All right. Physical damage. Fizz builds do often use quivers like this. So let's see what we can do. This is more because it already has Fizz to attacks on it and crit multi. I ran Expedition logbooks. So ideally, I don't want to reroll the prefixes on this, but I would rather not hit skip this early in the process. Oh, and it's way better now. So let's add a suffix. Let's not add a prefix, and let's just take the item, because sometimes you hit 2 T1 mods and call it good. Gonna come over to the crafting bench and put this like this. This I'm going to leave. That I'm going to leave. This... Oh, right. I don't actually... You know, this early on, maybe it sells as an influence base. It is an item level 84 influenced ring. And for this, I craft life on it. Then I just put all of these in the Divine tab. You know, I can do a better job of organizing it, like so. When that tab fills up, I'll lower the price, misclick on Dannig for the 5th or so time this stream, and keep going. Oh. Flask mods together are fairly rare. Even though this is a bad belt base, I'm going to try to upgrade it more. Add a suffix, sure. Upgrade, upgrade. Reroll the prefixes. Got life. I'll add a prefix to keep going. And I'll take the item. This is a really good entry-level Pathfinder belt that likely isn't going to be super expensive. It'll probably sell for the, I don't know, 30C range. Obviously, I'll put it in the 2 Divine tab. Might as well see. So item level 86 bows on decent bases can be well worth rolling. That is not a decent base. That's a garbage base. Item level 86 helmets, especially if they can get suppression, are worth rolling. That's a garbage helmet, though. Rings, again, go after the suffixes. So, reroll prefix. Rarity's not terrible. All right, I don't want to add a 3rd prefix, though. I always want an open prefix on my rings. I will reroll the suffixes, and I got terrible garbage. All right, that ring, probably a brick. Might just throw it in the tab anyway, though. Highborn bow. Now this, I'll try to get +2 arrows on. Random influence. I think this is worth. We didn't hit Shaper or Hunter. T4 lightning damage. Hybrid fizz. Fire damage. The bow is rolling what you call hot garbage so far. Yeah, that entire thing rolled hot garbage, but I'll throw it in a tab because it's an item level 86 Elder item. And the goal of this is to generate items and not worry too much about their price, because you are spending pennies to roll them. Flask charges? Let's do a little bit of experimenting here. Add a suffix. Cool. If I can get rid of a stun block, that's ideal. I don't want to reroll the suffixes. I probably shouldn't have added a prefix there, but that's okay. Yeah, it's probably not worth anything. Should have left the prefix open. This already has suppress on it, and it's a 9% move speed base. People like going fast, so it's a good thing to consider. It also has decent suffixes already. Cool. I'll add a prefix modifier. I will not reroll suffixes. I'm just going to sell that as is. If this was 86, it would be well worth rolling. Because it's 85, it's still kind of worth rolling. Because I would like to get an upgrade on the Chaos Res and add a prefix. And I'm not going to reroll the suffixes. I will add a prefix. I will not add a further prefix, nor will I remove anything. That's just going up for sale as is. Someone might buy it, and I didn't make it worse by rolling it. Then for a ring, reroll prefix, reroll prefix. Do not add a prefix. Reroll again. Yes, add a suffix. T1, T2, let's reroll. Hope for better. Kind of got better, kind of got worse. Remove all prefixes, yes. Add a prefix. All right. Craft life. You'd be surprised how many of these rings that I just say, all right, craft life, end up selling for 20, 30C. Not all of them, but a fair number. I'm not using clusters at the moment. That would be something to upgrade to in the future. Let's see. 86 Noble Claw. Noble Claw is a solid base, especially for Ellie Claws. But Ellie Claws are difficult to roll. So this is probably going to be a brick. But the amount of currency that you make from a successful one so far outweighs the opportunity cost that you should take all good claw bases. That's the you make 100 divine item once every couple leagues kind of thing, though. It's a very big long shot. Okay, 2 good suffixes. No. 1 good suffix, 1 bad suffix. Yeah, let's reroll this. And I made it worse. I really need to reroll to fix it. Probably not going to get a reroll to fix it. Oh, never mind. YOLO. Not sure I made that better. If this was 85, I'd roll on it. But it's not. Flask charges. Leather belt. Okay. No, don't remove. Add a prefix. Okay. Don't want to add a second one. But I will reroll prefixes. All right, it has life now. Sure. I'd like to... No. Okay. I was hoping to be able to remove a stun block again. Another mediocre but okay starter belt. Mind damage dual wielding does not work together. Okay, fine. I'll remove the prefixes. It's better to reroll than remove. Crit chance. Damage with claws. Block is kind of dead. No one's looking for that on their jewels. Mana on hit proj speed does not sound useful. Nor did the finished item end up being useful. Fire dot multi, though. There we go. Fire damage. I'm just going to take that. An RF build could easily use that. Dot multi as a suffix. So keep that. Add another one. I'll remove the prefixes. Add another prefix. Fire damage plus dot multi. Hello, RF build. Wait, no, that's chaos dot. Never mind. I was not reading at all. Cool. Reading's hard. Oh, it's such a mess. Here's how you fix that. See? Totally fixed. Much better item now. Yeah, reading's hard. The problem is I'm looking half over at stream and half at these items. Ooh. I think you only need 84 to upgrade to +3 to level of all fizz spells. I'll add a prefix. Hit spell damage. I'll reroll suffix. It's not going well. Let's try again. No, don't remove. Incubator, sure. Upgrade the level. Here we go. It did hit +3. I have no idea if anyone wants that, though. Most of the other mods are bad. You'd have to annul that significantly. +3 on a staff is rare enough, though, that sometimes, especially early league, people buy it. Because that's the thing. Even if you think the item is bad, generally speaking, you can put it up for sale and let the market decide if it's actually a bad item. Most I've earned, like 120, 150 divines. This quiver is very awkward. I don't really want to remove. I'd like to reroll, though. All right, I guess I'm rerolling the suffix. Now I'm rerolling the prefix. It's better. Okay, that became a complete mess. Yeah, I rolled a +2 arrow Ellie bow that sold for a lot previously. Fizz dot multi-wand. If I can get... Or chaos dot, not fizz dot. Reading's hard. Oh. That lightning implicit isn't great. Though poison spark could still use it, and it's got cast speed. Cold Dispel's spell damage. Upgrade. Nope, don't reroll the suffixes. I need to get rid of that spell damage. Nope, didn't get rid of the spell damage. Oh well. You can link an item, and I can give an opinion, but depending on what it is, no promises. What I will be able to tell you is whether I would craft on it or not. Okay, life, that's good. Can I fix the suffixes, though? Sometimes flask belts are amazing, and sometimes they just straight break. 84, 86 helmet. If you can get plus minion gems on this, it's very good money. So reroll prefixes. No, don't remove suffixes. Fill mods. It does not want to do this. Those are all T1 already. What I would do for a ring like that is I would annul, and if you hit the cold damage, then multi-mod, assuming I'm going to use it for myself. And if I'm going to sell it, I would craft life and just sell it as is. I would not craft on that. Any belt with flask modifiers. So like flask charges, gain, duration, etc. This did not go well, but it's not terrible. $86 helmet. This could also get plus minion gems. Don't want to remove. I want to potentially re-roll or upgrade. I'm very aggressively looking for minion gems, but I managed to hit semi-useful things. My in-game name is the same as my YouTube. This can't get T1 suppress, but it can get fairly good mods, and suppress gloves of any type are in demand. So I'm going to try to do this. Rog is not being very cooperative here. He just hasn't let me interact with suffixes. This is an interesting one. Flasks applied to you have increased effect. So if I can make good suffixes on this item, this will be quite valuable. Speaking of, that's a decent suffix. Going to reroll. You should not run Logbooks White. No, you should be alching them. Let's see. Flask effect duration. Flask charges gained. Flasks have increased effect on you. Life. Okay. That one is definitely getting sold. Oh my god, that's such a good belt. That's actually a great item. The lightning res is a little disappointing, but that goes off to the side. That is good enough that I will genuinely price check it later. So let's see. Bought the base for 10C made with 5 essences. What are you wondering about this item? So, item level 86 boots. I could make pretty good Omni boots for this if I get really any decent prefixes and also upgrading the strength. Or I could reroll. I think I'm going to reroll. Add a prefix mod. Sure. Nothing great so far, so I'll try. Oh, there we go. There's the T1 suppress I was looking for. If I had a better second suffix, this would be worth something. Instead, I'll probably treat it as a throwaway base that I just put up for sale and expect for it to not sell. Hybrid gloves with decent suffixes already. Not going to remove them. I will add another one. That made it worse. Might have been better to just keep it as is and craft a suffix and focus on crafting the prefixes here. But it'll, yep, I was going to say it'll sell a lot better if it has suppress, except the suppress is bad, so let's try again. No, That has not gone well. Let's try one more time. Not great. All right, rip that item. I got too greedy. The safe money was absolutely just selling it kind of as is. Craft on that. Put that there. Put this here. Put this weird super evasion helmet here. Put that weird thing there. Thoughts on Glacial Hammer Jug? Why? Of course I'm putting them in the 2 Divine tab. Why wouldn't I? Almost good suffixes. Another good claw. So let's try the big gamble. I think item level 82 is ideal for these claws. Add a prefix mod, reroll suffixes. Upgrade. This is not going well. I need rerolls for it to be valuable, and it is not valuable. Ooh, this has suppress already. Upgrade, yes. No, don't reroll suffixes. Add a prefix. Add a prefix. Maybe let me upgrade again or remove low tier, because if I could remove that stun block, that'd be real nice. No? All right. Suppress hat, go. They are random junk. And that's the point of a dump tab, to not think about your random junk. Because think of how much time I would spend if I was price checking each of those. Give me good suffixes, please. If this removes to a life, it's not really a loss. Reroll, sure. Okay. Does anyone need all of these modifiers? No idea. 2 good prefixes. Add a suffix. Ooh. No, keep prefixes. All right, remove suffixes, because one was good and one was terrible. Bleed duration, god damn it. Why? Reroll suffixes. Let's try one last time. All right, reduced effective shock, cold res. Yep, that's a very reasonable item that someone could use. I do not see any reason to play Glacial Hammer. There's so many other skills that do its job better, like Frost Blades. Chaos damage, chance to block. I'm looking for things that go together, like Dual Res. Dual Res goes with pretty much everything. Totem Life, global fizz damage. Flamewood isn't fizz to fire. That's unfortunate. Let's try again. Mana regen. Damage with one-handed weapons. That's interesting enough that I could sell it, potentially. Could have kept going. Flask charges gained. Another potential Pathfinder belt. If anyone was wondering why are Pathfinder belts often fairly easy to buy early league, because of people like me doing stuff like this. I don't want to add another prefix because I want to craft life. Reroll the prefixes. Didn't get life, but that's okay. And even got life flask recovery rate, which isn't bad for Pathfinder. Ooh, item level 85 Spirit Shield. Can be good. Add a suffix. That's a terrible suffix. Yes, reroll them. Better suffix. Upgrade level. I'd really like to reroll the prefixes, but Elia Void. Doubt that's any good. You can tell that most of these items are not worth 2 divines, or anywhere near it, by the fact that I haven't gotten any whispers for them. When they reach the appropriate level, I'll definitely get Whispers. But I would rather start high and just not think about it. Because some of these will sell for a divine or more. Like, this belt has a decent chance of it, because it's double flasks with life on a life base. Then there's this, which is just an amazing item. Unset rings. You can get plus gems for this. Add a suffix. No, don't remove. Reroll, yes. Cold damage, chaos res. Add a suffix. Ellie res, upgrade. You know, that's a decent usable ring. Not good, but it's usable. Item level 86 dexterity base. Sure. This can hit things like T1 suppress, T1 life. You cannot give Rog your own bases. That would be horribly overpowered. They would have to nerf his crafting into the ground. Sorcerer Boots. If those were 86, I'd try rolling them. Oh, let's roll some more rings. I do not want to remove. Oh. I shouldn't have added a prefix, but it worked out. Kind of. Yes. Rog's entire point of existing is crafting. So you buy a base like this, and then you interact with it. Upgrading doesn't really help me here, but it gets me more options. Ideally, I want to reroll. Yes, like that. Now I have better prefixes. Now I'd like to remove the mana per enemy killed. You know? Okay, perfect. And now I have a interesting ring that I can most likely sell to someone. Yeah, if Rog allowed you to use your own bases, he would be nerfed significantly, because otherwise he'd just be a better harvest. Dexant bases are pretty popular for amulets. Sure, fill all empty here. All right, I'll remove lowest. I'd really like to leave an open prefix, but I don't want to risk it this early. Random anointment. Battle rouse. Probably not good, but it's something. Well, that's the thing. Maybe someone wants to put Spider on it. Maybe they want to slam it. Or maybe they want to influence it. I don't know what someone might want to do with it. But that's also not my problem. I just know that it could have value to someone. Let's try to make T1 move speed boots here. No? Aha! There you go. Those are going to be definitely something someone wants to use. 100%? Actually, what, like 130% res, 35% move speed? Crit strike chance burning damage. That doesn't sound like it goes together. Ooh, flask duration. Chance to block. Whatever. I'm going to take that as is, because it has a couple of interesting mods, and I'm probably just going to make it worse. But if I hit any good implicit... Oh, never mind. Did not hit any good implicits, FYI. Completely bricked it immediately. Wait. Does that have an open suffix? It does. This doesn't. This I'm just going to sell as is. This I'm going to sell as is. And put really any res on. Toss those in. You know, actually, I'm not going to toss that in. I'm going to price check that later. That's another item that's good enough. I did a couple sanctums. They went all right. Hybrid gloves. Hybrid gloves are very good because you can get suppress. Do I reroll over prefixes? Sure, it's early. Probably going to make it worse. Life regeneration rate, not great. I've definitely made this significantly worse. And I'd even go so far as to say probably not usable, but it does have life regen rate and life regen, so maybe a desperate RF jug will use it. How do I know the stats I'm looking for? A lot of experience. Basically, the more you know about the builds other people are playing, the more you know about stats to look out for. Also, sometimes you just see things with high tier mods. Not going to remove anything. I will add a prefix. I will not reroll. That's unfortunate, but I'm just going to take it as is. Amethyst rings are of particular value, so I'm going to be a little more careful with rolling this. Adding one prefix is okay, but I do not want to add a second. Yes, upgrade. Lightning res rarity. I really need to reroll these suffixes. Dex, fire res, life per enemy killed. You know, because it's an amethyst ring, I'm just going to keep that as is and try to sell it. Crit multi with cold skills is a prefix, but it's paired with garbage. So let's reroll. Crit chance is much worse than multi. Dot, reduced effective curses, useful utility mods. Lightning damage mana, Totem life, lightning skill, Fire damage over time works. Sure. I don't really want to reduce effect. Okay, let's try one more time. Mana, reduced effect, max life damage over time. There's 3 really good mods there. That is definitely sellable. On jewels, you're kind of just gambling. Accuracy's okay. Accuracy plus dex is decent. Rarity isn't bad either, to be honest. Mana doesn't help. Let's try to make this better. Okay, we definitely made that better now. Not going to add a prefix. Can't get rid of a fire res. Cool. For the logbooks, don't think about it too much. Just go for whatever's nearest to you, especially when doing ROG logbooks. Like, grab currency symbols and skulls. Mind damage, cold damage. Crit chance for fire, lightning. Fire skills generally don't do lightning damage. Cold resistance, global crit multi. Okay. Flask effect duration. Nice. Add a prefix. Damage with one-handed weapons. I can very much see a flask build that crits. Well, there we go. Ooh, attack speed quiver. I'll gamble on adding a suffix. All right, not terrible. I don't want to reroll the suffixes, actually. I do want to add a prefix, though. Add a prefix? Yeah, sure. No real downside. There's always that feeling when you first come back to Path of Exile. Focus on one thing at a time rather than trying to learn everything at once. One thing is approachable, everything is not. So, duration, damage with bleeding, that doesn't really work together. Damage over time, that's generic. Fire damage over time multiplier, good. Crit chance doesn't really help. I don't want to reroll or remove suffixes. Let's see, reroll suffixes, attack speed, impale. Those work together. Damaging ailments don't. But I can reroll the prefixes, attack speed. So now we're a shield crush or spectral shield throw build. Damage with maces doesn't really help, but doesn't really hurt either. So yeah, potentially usable. I'm going to corrupt this 2 module. See what I get. Effective non-damaging. Didn't hurt it. Need to craft on that. This needs life on it. Wait, this already has life on it. I don't have minus mana cost yet. All right, I need to buy Elrion's jewelry later before I can sell that ring. I don't think bow builds necessarily value life. The more you know about what other people want to play, the better, but it's not strictly required to do this crafting. How many did I run? No idea. I ran at least 10 and less than 50. Yeah, but that doesn't matter, Philin. That's not the point of the dump tab. The point of a dump tab is to not waste time price checking items and letting the market price check for you. Because I don't know if it's between 20C or 50C for a lot of these, but I do know that it's probably not 2 divines. So I just fill up the tabs and let it filter out from there. Sure, I'll reroll suffixes. Double stats. Interesting. And not too much. Just doing some rod crafting. Gonna hopefully make a really good ring here. I don't want to reroll the prefixes because they're already pretty good. But I will remove the lowest here and reroll the suffixes. Oh no. God damn it. Cursed suffixes. Oh well. Let's try this amulet. Yeah, reroll the prefixes, add a suffix, hoping for gems here. Or at least something cohesive. It is not rolling anything cohesive. Those are Conjurer Gloves. Item level 84. No. Not a great bow base, but quivers tend to consistently roll well. Cold accuracy, lightning res. Crit chance, stun duration, lightning, no. Almost good, actually. Ooh. Again, almost good. Let's reroll this. All right, that got worse. But like with jewels, if your quiver has a terrible implicit, there you go. You kind of can't worry about missing something valuable when you're rod crafting. You just have to think about it as there are always more bases. There's an almost unlimited supply of bases here. And the most valuable thing is actually your time spent crafting. Oh, I shouldn't have added a prefix there. That was a mistake. All right, final fill empty modifiers. Oh, it sort of worked out. I need to reroll suffixes if it's going to be particularly useful, though. Not particularly useful. Earlier in the league, that probably would still sell, but now, probably not. All right, mana cost of skills and evasion rating. That's a mess. Reroll prefix. Add a prefix. Reroll. Add. Still just a mess. Minimum item level depends on the base. Area damage reduced. All right, finally. And it ended up with attack speed and damage for one-handed weapons, which is a usable combination. So, for example, on a quiver, I would pretty much take anything that's, I think it's 82 plus for +1 arrow. I'm not too discerning when it comes to quivers. That's already pretty good as is. Not gonna... Should I have done that? I don't know that I should have added a suffix there. I'm just trying to upgrade as much as possible, though. Atlas doesn't matter for this. Now here, item level 85 is ideal, but because it already has good mods on it, I'm going to go with it, even though it's 84, and try to upgrade the Suppress to T2, and try to get rid of my Nemesis stun block recovery. Well, that's perfectly usable now. Those will be some decent cheap boots. Oh, I don't really want to remove. I need to... All right, removing prefixes does work. The problem with removing prefixes is it tries to add them back on afterwards. And it kind of bricked the item as a result. The Big Boom Explosion does seem good, yes. Yep, I bought the logbooks. That's exactly what I did. Item level 85 isn't ideal, but a lot of people like Suppress helmets. So let's see if we can get Suppress here. Sure, I'll remove the lowest. I don't really want to remove all prefixes. Did not give me the option to interact. $85, but it already has movement speed. So I can just get rid of a bad prefix and craft life. No, I don't want to... Oh, it's forcing me to get rid of all prefixes. I was going to say, if this rerolls for movement speed away, yep, it's just dead. Worth the risk, though, because it wasn't worth anything in its current state. Oh, I saw the T1 life. That was a mistake to buy this, but let's try it. Let's see if we can make this into a good item, even though it was a mistake to buy it. There are general rules per base. Now, that was just a huge mistake. And Spicy Sushi's guide is pretty good at outlining them. However, you kind of just have to know the market a little bit. Like right now, double rarity with Suppress, pretty popular. There's a lot of people playing bow builds. So I'm just going to take this as is and see if anyone buys it. Did I break a bunch of rules for crafting there? Yes. Did I get an item that someone might still want? Also, yes. Emphasis on might, because it's not that good. You know, I don't think I even craft it. I think I just call it good. This is one I craft with movement speed. I always do the boss at the end of a chain. Because if it's too rippy, that's just a sign that I need to make my build better. All right, and now I do the same thing I did earlier, where new to Divine tab, just to store stuff. The former to Divine tab becomes 1.5. The former 1.5 becomes 1. I've also realized that this really shouldn't be 129 chaos. This should be like 149 chaos. Yeah, I just let the market price my items. Flask charges gained on a belt. The reduced stun threshold is bad, but yes, I can remove it. Go away. Add a suffix. T1 life regen. There we go. I'll even nuke off that bad cold res. Add a suffix. Damn it. I added the bad mod back on. No. I made it worse. That's unfortunate. I don't think that's very sellable now. Too greedy. Speaking of greedy, rerolling this is greedy. Oh, misclick. I thought that said suffix. I wanted to add a suffix, not a prefix. Now if I roll something good, I'm going to feel really bad because the prefixes are bricked. I mean, it's not good. Cold dot multi. Tri-stat stackers are neither good nor really achievable. You can make them under rare circumstances, but they are incredibly expensive and generally very bad for the cost. Oh. Well, I'm just going to take that as is, because I can always Exalt Slam it later. Wait, does Creeping Frost say... Oh, it's only spell damage. I thought it was like Toxic Rain where projectile or spell worked. Yep, that's probably a brick. I'll still just vol it. You never know. Suffixes. Pretty good suffixes now. Add a prefix mod? Sure. Nope, don't add another one. Maybe upgrade? Yes. Cool. That's a usable ring. Fertile Mind. Potentially usable. Definitely an improvement over the way the item was. Time to do some more dealing. All right. Upgrade. Sure, let's upgrade. There should be sound. At least from my end, the sound seems fine. Yes, tri-stat stackers compete with crystallized omniscience, which is why they are largely not a thing. Ooh, double res dexterity. That's good. Oh, that's very good. That is a juicy, juicy ring. Upgrade the level of modifiers. Here we go. Reroll values. Sure. Definitely improved it. Reroll the implicit. Sure, I'll bless it. Upgrade again? Hell yes. Now, there you go. That is a beautiful item. I'm going to put that over there and it gets its own special price check later. Suppress 84 could go up to T2. Might as well try. Add a prefix. Yeah, it only has 2. Do not reroll suffixes. Do not add a prefix. Just craft life and sell it off. Is that what I think it is? Yes, it is. Decent base. Cold damage and life are interesting. Ideally, I want as many modifiers as possible. Well, that modifier didn't work. But the upgrade helped. So I'll remove again. Remove the junk mod and not remove. And now add a suffix, then craft a prefix. Aw, reduced attributes. So disappointing. Dex int. Is rarity the suffix? Yes, it is. Upgrade. Nope, don't remove suffixes. Add a prefix? Sure. Do not reroll suffixes. I want to upgrade suffixes. I'm okay with rerolling a prefix. I'm okay with adding another one now. And I'm just going to take the item. It's a decent rarity / Omni ring. Yeah, the thing about crafting non-channeling is I don't have the craft at the moment. So I'm just going to wait on that, because I haven't unveiled enough things. Do I have any of the... Yeah, I do have the damage crafts. Wait, did I click... Oh my god, I did! I clicked the one thing that I shouldn't be doing. It was supposed to be fire and cold. For heat shiver builds. That also goes over there. Global crit multi's good. The rest isn't. Item level 84, but it already has good prefixes. So I'm just going to try to interact with suffixes as much as possible here. And I'm not going to interact with the prefixes. Like that. All right, reroll, sure. What did it end up as? Res, life, movement speed. Yep, that's not bad. A ring, upgrade. I can add a second prefix. I don't want to add a third. Cold res recoup int. I like that. Recoup items are not the most popular, but when they do sell, they tend to be higher value. That low tier int is very unfortunate, though. Okay, item level 85 harmonic. We can try to make this into something good. I don't want to remove suffixes, but I would reroll them. Would I? Yeah, I would. T1 spell crit is not super desirable, unfortunately. Maybe damage? I guess yes. Kind of ended up garbage. 5% suppress base. That's item level 85, so I want more suppress on this. Fill empty mods, yes. Upgrades, fine. I'd really like to reroll suffixes, please. Oh, that's not the game we're playing today. All right, Rog. How much do I think these boots will go for? I don't know. 70C or so? Not a ton, but a decent amount. So my suffixes are already good here. Cast speed, spell damage, crit multi. Someone is going to be a self-cast fire build. $86. Can we get T1 move speed? I don't really want to remove right now. I do want to reroll. T2 move speed, but I did not get it. Unfortunate. So put the shield up, put the other shield up, put the failed ring up, put the boots up, and those boots are just too bad. Imperial Claw. This is likely to be a brick, but sometimes very big money. Don't really want to remove here. Fill all empty, yes. Oh, unfortunate. Unsurprising, though. Didn't make an Ellie Claw, which is one of the hardest things to craft with Rog. Minion Ellie Res, Trap, Shock. Reduced effective shock isn't too bad. Cold damage, Trap damage. All right, here we go. Crit multi with lightning skills, trap damage. But traps aren't that popular. Chaos minion doesn't work. Cold skill, lightning skill. No. All right, this thing not cooperating. Don't want to waste further rerolls on it. Crit multi with elemental and melee damage. That's... Wait. That's just fine as is. Cool. Double attack speed, damage, crit multi. Strength, int, staff, crit chance. Cast speed, life. Keeping prefixes now. Mana cost, bleed duration. No. Guess I have to. Not terrible. Not great. Definitely made it worse. Should have just stuck with. That's okay. Reroll, add. Let's not remove a suffix. Let's try to reroll. Remove 2. Therefore, add. Reroll. Oh, much better suffixes. But overall, a garbage item. It's a logbook thing. Atlas passives don't matter for this strategy. This is usable as is. Not great, but usable. So I'm not going to change the prefixes or the suffixes. Or am I? That's annoying. So if you skip, you have to take the next option or take the item. I think I'm going to chance it. Reroll suffixes. I've definitely made it worse. Oh well. The safe money was just to either take as is or interact with the prefixes. Item level 86 hybrid shield. Already decent suffixes, though the mana regen isn't ideal. Add a prefix, remove again. Fill all, sure. It's interesting. Maybe a mana stacker ring? Probably not good. Oh, another one that if it was item level 86 would be so much better. Also, remember in crafting, hindsight is 20/20, so it is often very easy to go, I should have done something differently after you finish the item. Okay. Sure. It's potentially sellable. I feel like this ring here, or not ring, jewel, is best corrupted. Sadly, it did not get better. It got worse. Rip item. Item level 86. And item level 85. Those will be worth crafting on. Start with a... Ooh, almost. Upgrading levels is good. I can add one prefix. I don't want to remove, but I will reroll suffixes. Okay. Accuracy is not bad here. Not ideal, but not bad. Got life, but it's very low tier. Unfortunate, but potentially sellable. So I want move speed life as prefixes and suppress as a suffix. Reroll suffixes. Oh, look, suppress. Let's reroll again. Oh, are these Omni Boots now? I mean, if I could open up a prefix, maybe. Right now, they don't have anything going for them, so I'm just kind of seeing what sticks, and nothing really stuck. You could annul them. Probably not worth it, though. Add a prefix modifier. Add a prefix modifier. Reroll. It's a lot of life. Suffixes are bad, but if I got minion stuff... Didn't get minion stuff. Didn't get any stuff, actually. So that's a complete brick, unfortunately. 5%. Okay, so 5% suppress shield. That's good. And ideally, I want suppress as a suffix. You know, chaos res, cold res, not bad. Not going to risk it. I'm just going to craft life on that. See if anyone wants a nice, relatively budget res shield. A lot of these won't sell till they hit the 50 chaos tab. Life rarity. Okay. Add a suffix. Guess I have to do that. Upgrade. If I could get rid of that mana would be nice. I would not buy a corrupted logbook now. The bases start showing up at character level 90. Let's see. Usable shield. Ooh, this was an interesting one. Let's see. Ooh, chance to block. Those are some very good affixes. If I can upgrade them, that would be ideal. Nope. It's a big old tank shield. Yeah, you can make some very neat stuff. I've probably been undervaluing two-handed weapons here. $84 boots, no. Oh, amethyst ring. It's already T2, T1. Let's add a suffix. Yes, upgrade, upgrade. I don't want to reroll anything. I'm happy with the modifiers here. I just want to remove a prefix, ideally. Nope. Okay. Well, very usable ring. Upgrade to highest tier. Okay. Add one prefix. Upgrade. Do not add another one. Sure, I'll remove both. Upgrade, upgrade, add random quality. All right. And I can craft life on that. I've been a ROG believer for a very long time. In fact, I was doing it back when everyone thought he was the bad one. Damage over time, cold damage, crit multi for spell damage. Those two suffixes are fundamentally incompatible, but if I get a good prefix here, don't care. See. Coins? What do you mean coins? 86, that's unfortunate. You know, it's not bad. It's got 3 good mods already. Whatever. Just gonna craft life on that and see if anyone buys it. Prefix. Nope, don't add another prefix. Reroll suffixes. Okay. Can craft life on that. So it's not about the coins, it's about the time. Remember, time is the resource here, nothing else. Oh, that's gonna mess up. Oh, that's a massively improved item. If you run a really min-max, layout also matters and modifiers matter, but if you're just getting started, yes, all that matters is Order of the Chalice. Remove a prefix, yes. Upgrade the suffixes, add the prefix back. There we go. Add a random quality, do not add a prefix. Stop trying to add a prefix. That's fine as is. Reroll, reroll. Well, I don't like this option. All right. Nope. That ring bricked. It's okay, though. Ooh, item level 86. This could be very good. Yes, upgrade. Add a prefix. Upgrade. Do not reroll suffixes. Reroll prefixes, though. There we go. Look at that. If I could upgrade this just a little bit more. No? All right. Still very usable, though. Burning damage reduced. I think, yes, burning damage reduced are paired. Remove all prefixes, add a prefix modifier, add a prefix modifier. Reroll prefixes, attack speed, mine throwing speed. Doesn't really go with burning damage. Let's try one more time. Damage with claws, flask duration? Flask duration, sure. It's the sort of mod that you're never really angry to have on your items. Okay. Another ring. I like crafting on rings, as you can tell. Yes, upgrade everything. Let's keep that as is. Already move speed. Wait, is this just a as is. Yeah, that's just an as is. Unless I can up... No, wait, I can't even upgrade it. Okay. Thanks, Rog. Nice boots. Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting. Those are already pretty good prefixes. Let's add better suffixes. Random anoint, exceptional performance, add a suffix modifier. Nope. Reroll suffixes, yes. Ooh, T1 cast speed. There we go. Sure. Dex in theory, all good. In practice, lots of bad. Move lowest? Oh, absolutely. There we go. Come on. Upgrade? No. No upgrades. I remember when rarity was considered a trash stat, and now it's decently desirable. Oh, if only that wasn't... That's a pure armor base, though. Unfortunate. These aren't. Sure, fill all. Reroll to try to get suppress. Reroll for life. Oh, did actually hit decent prefixes. Remove the two lowest. I'm going to hope it takes out one of the suffixes. It did. Cool. No. Now I can do this. Maybe put that on. As an auxiliary stat, yes, rarity is absolutely desirable these days. It's not the primary thing you go for. But if you have it on the item, that's a reason to buy it over another similar thing. That's going to be a reduced mana cost. Right. So far, so good. 85 can get T1 suppress. Let's go. Reroll prefixes, reroll prefixes. Let's not add a prefix. Reroll. Reroll suffixes. There we go. Oh, nice. Sometimes the blind YOLO rerolls hit you exactly what you need. That already has decent suppress. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Just let things sit in your stash while you're doing other stuff. One mistake I see a lot of people make when crafting is they craft a bunch of stuff, and then they do this. Help! My item isn't selling. Help! I can't make currency. I'm so broke. They just sit in their hideout, staring at things, waiting for them to sell. Do not ever do that. Always, always, always be doing something else. You know, I wonder if this is actually worth... Probably is. Flask charges gained. It has my nemesis, though, stun block. Can we get rid of a nemet? Oh, yes. Add a suffix. Yes. Add a prefix. Add a prefix. Add a prefix. Upgrade. Upgrade. Okay. We made a thing. It's not perfect, but it's very usable. I genuinely don't remember how many logbooks I ran. Probably over 10. But beyond that, I can't tell you. Oh, I don't think I should have filled all there. Maybe it's fine. Nah, probably not fine. Double res suffixes, attack speed with bows. Okay. Just gonna take that. 83 is very unfortunate there. Conjurer? I have heard people say that they can't craft because then they're stuck in their hideout while items sell. So most people don't, but some people definitely do. Admittedly, I was mostly making fun of the Path of Exile Reddit, where I've seen threads complaining about how crafting sucks because of that. Yes, I have been doing some rod crafting, and it's been going pretty well, I'd say. Ooh, rarity recoup. You know? Let's add another suffix. Cool. Okay, we can remove that junk mod. I don't want to reroll the suffixes, no. Add a suffix. Didn't end up great. It was kind of one mod short there. Whatever nonsense do I have? All in the tab. So how has your league start gone, Divine? What do you mean one mod? That had like 3 mods on it. Add a prefix. All right. Upgrade. Add an influence. This will be interesting. Add a prefix. Fizz as extra fire. I have no idea what that's worth, if anything. Wait. Fizz Claw. Tyrannical. Can I make that into anything good? Set quality? No, I don't want to add a prefix. I don't think that ended up being good. I'm not really a fan of Detonate Dead unless you're on hardcore, but that's just me. Add a suffix? Absolutely. Ooh, recoup. Add another suffix. Upgrade. Do not reroll prefixes. This is sellable as is. Attributes Dex. Unfortunately, not very effective. Oh, I'm playing Cold Dot Elementalist. As unfortunate as it is to roll over T1 Wed, I have to here. Because I've gotten nothing good from all that. Okay. Well, that's the end of it. Good way to league start Slayer. By not playing Slayer. Instead, you want to play a champion. Use something like Corrupting Fever, Bleed Bow, etc. Or not Bleed Bow, sorry, EA Ignite. Do not league start Bleed Bow champion. That's a very bad idea. Oh, this has chance to avoid and suppress. This is an interesting base as is. Let's see if I can... Let's see. All right. Well, that went well. Logbook areas. I tend to like... There's a desert one. I think it's Dry Riverbed. Something like that. Forest Ruins. Val Temple. Utsul Outskirts. Those all come to mind. Because that's a bow, it's probably a waste, but I'll see in just a second. Yes, I remember that Pain Saga. Yeah, unfortunately, with where that is, unless you can make a sellable item while multi-modding, it's not worth crafting further. Maybe prefixes can't be changed Veiled Chaos. That's a decent axe base. Fill all empty. Reroll prefixes. Lightning, cold, melee gems. Lightning, socketed gems, wed. Not very good. Yep. Normally I wouldn't roll these because they're not ideal, but they already have pretty good modifiers. So remove, yes. Ideally, I want to just add another suffix, like that. I mean, it should have been better. Cool. And now craft resin, consider it good. What boots do you mean? You say the boots, but I'm going through quite a lot of boots. Reduced ignite duration, max life, mana cost. All right, max life is really good. Do not reroll prefix. Do not remove prefix. Whatever. Keeping it. Flasks are applied to you is a really, really rare modifier. I think I can potentially upgrade it. Do I want to reroll suffixes? Yes. Flask charges gained. Very good. Do not reroll prefixes. Nope. I'm just gonna... Oh, you mean my boots? Those are Legacy of Fury. There is no Ignite version of Cold Dot. You can't turn Cold Dot into Ignite. Ignite and Cold Dot are completely separate builds. Oh, wait. I didn't mean to remove that. I thought that was a reroll. Okay. Well, that's a brick. This is not Ignite. This is Cold Dot. But you can still scorch enemies to reduce their resistances, which then gets multiplied in effect due to my helmet, Eye of Malice. That's a good start. Ideally, I shouldn't be crafting on this base, but it had good mods anyway. You can do Ignite Vortex, but that is not Cold Dot. There's a very important difference there. All right. Probably semi-usable boots. Oh, that went into the wrong spot. Yes, I've had a frostbite on hit ring for a good few days now. Item level 86 Highborn Bow. Let's go +2 proj. Definitely not going to hit it, but that's okay. Fill all modifiers. Try to get more prefixes. Oh, that's almost good, actually. Oh, that's still almost good. Yeah, close. I have no idea what the boots would be going for in hardcore. That's the sort of thing where instead of asking the person streaming, you should look it up for yourself. Fire dot multi cold res. That's good. Flask effect duration. That's really good. Oh, no attack speed of a two-handed weapon. Rip. Is the Explode Fire Mastery... Well, when you put it like that, I have to answer yes, Divine. It's very rare, but yes, there are situations where the Explode Mastery is worth taking. Yeah, triple LE T1 bows. I hit double T1 before and sold it for something like 160 Divines, but I've only hit that once, Rog crafting almost every league. Max life, that's good. Add a suffix modifier. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not anything good. Cool. Is it worth taking his Detonate Dead? No, it is not worth taking his Detonate Dead. Tier 1 boots, but they're genuinely awful. Let's not roll on the genuinely awful Tier 1 boots. Ooh, already Tier 1 suppress? Already good suffixes, actually. This is a slight gamble, but it's when I'm... Oh, see? Easy. I can just craft life if this doesn't work. Cool. It's a usable helmet. Yeah. If you'd hit +2 arrow on that. I forget exactly what mine was. I think mine was T1, T1, T2, T1 crit, T1 attack speed +1 arrow. It sold for an insane amount. Let's see. I just want good modifiers here. Okay. Okay. Sure. Good enough. Flask Effect Duration. I really like Flask Effect Duration. Spell damage while wielding a staff. All right, it gives me no choice. I'll reroll. Lightning Res crit chance. Cast speed of fire skills. Well, that doesn't really help, but it doesn't specifically hurt. Prodigy speed, crit chance for spells. Minion accuracy, ignite duration. I've definitely made it worse. It is quite common. You won't get a scrap every time, and sometimes you'll just get like 30 scrap. Sorcerer boots. Decent base. Upgrade. Now I just need... I don't even need that. Now I have to remove this. That's unfortunate. That probably just bricks the item. I don't know. I'll put it up for sale, see if anyone wants to play with it. In theory, you could still Ashling it. I don't think it's worth it, but you never know. People buy some weird stuff. If it costs you nothing to put it up for sale, there's technically no real harm. Ooh, T1 crit multi, T1 life. Well, I definitely don't want to remove all prefixes. I will add another one, though. And now I'm just going to try to upgrade. All right, I want to leave that open for minus mana, so as is. Oh, very nice. That's super lucky. I guess you can't really complain then. Well, I suppose. Everyone can always complain about anything, but I wouldn't complain at that point, because that's really lucky. Crit chance lightning damage, add a prefix, damage of daggers. Been kind of terrible. Reroll suffixes, sure. Ended up okay. Life accuracy, you know, it's a quiver. We roll quivers. Did not get better yet. That made it better. Fizz leached. Upgrade. Cool. Reroll prefixes. Yep. Add a suffix. Add a suffix. Reroll prefixes. It's not very good. I need to remove a prefix. Did not remove a prefix. Oh well. 3% suppress. I'd really like a better suppress base. Item level 85. Open prefix for move speed. Let's go. Let's try to get T1 suppress as a suffix. Okay, fine. Not going well? That did not go well. But weirdly enough, that could be worth throwing some Eldritch currency at. Have to check the price later. Ooh. Speaking of suppress. No, do not reroll prefixes. Reroll prefix, remove suffix? No, just take it as is. Throw it up for sale, see if anyone buys it. So, 149. No, not armor scrap. Chaos orb. 1 divine. 1.5 divines. And then this, I'm just going to move that to another tab. Move this over here and make it the new 2 divine tab. And put stuff into it, because you never know what people will buy. Wait, I wanted to keep that to craft. What do you mean running out of room? I have plenty more tabs, Ilya. The entire point is to fill dump tabs. Another mediocre quiver. Reroll that. Ooh. Ooh, this has high potential. Do not reroll. Fill empty modifiers is a gamble. But I think it's worth it. Okay. Cool. How much currency? Decent bit. Like 60 divines? Not counting whatever I've been doing sells for. Oh, there we go. Now we need move speed. If I can get rid of a bad mod. No. All right. I think that's worth throwing in a null at. Do I have an annul? Maybe I have an annul. I do not have an annul. Hey, how's it going? I'm doing some rod crafting, and it has been going very well. I've filled several tabs full of stuff. I'm assuming once it starts hitting the 74 chaos mark, people will start buying it. Probably not until then. And over here, I've got some extra stuff that I either need to price check separately or do things to. And I've been really lazy about unveils, so I don't have the crafts I need. Burning damage is good. Attack and cast speed isn't terrible. Reroll of prefixes. Cast speed of fire block. Let's reroll suffixes. Not bad. I'll probably buy some annuls later, but thank you for the offer. So a lot of good modifiers. Sure, I'll remove all prefixes. Upgrade quality, add a prefix. Didn't help, add a prefix. Did help. Add a prefix. Yeah, someone might use that. Strength belts aren't as good as the Stygian buys, but they're not bad. Speaking of not bad, poison builds do use dot multi. Okay, I'll definitely remove the 2 lowest. Upgrade, add a prefix. Prefix. I'm just going to craft attack speed on that, see if anyone wants it. You never know. It didn't roll ideal for poison. I really wanted fizz or chaos. No. Let's see, is there a viable Ellie bow poison? No, there's not viable Ellie bow poison. All right. 84. 85, though. Let's go for T1 suppress here. Guess I have to add a prefix. Well, I didn't have to, but I should have there. Suppress. There we go. Add a suffix modifier. Remove the lowest. That does help, so yes. And I can craft onslaught move speed on that. None of these other bases really have good mods. Lots of affixes on the ring. Sure. Add a suffix. Add a prefix. Don't fill. Reroll. Upgrade. Upgrade. There's no real upgrade to be had by removing prefixes. 84, not quite good enough. Not quite good enough mods. What's this, a spine bow? I'll try an 85 spine bow. It's really hard to roll a good spine bow, but you never know what you'll hit. Fill empty modifiers. Reroll. Prod speed accuracy. It's not looking good. That does not look good. Weird item. Very weird item. Probably completely worthless. Don't add a prefix. Upgrade. Don't remove, but I will reroll prefixes. Reroll, sure. Also probably garbage. Yeah, that's definitely garbage. I want to keep the prefixes. I probably want to keep the suffixes too, actually. That's a really good Corrupting Fever Jewel. Because you use Spectral Throw. You're using Cold Iron points, so you get attack speed. Yeah. Let's just play throw garbage at the wall and see what sticks. The answer is not very much stuck. Wait, no, I don't want that one. I want move speed on slot. Okay. Item level 85. I'd really like an 86 helmet. That would make for a fun demonstration. Crystal Belt. These are a rarer base, so it's often easier to get better value out of them. I do not want to remove suffix modifiers. I don't think I got value out of that. Ooh, Socketed Gems, Chaos Gems. Now that's a rare... Oh, can I upgrade it more, though? Yes. Oh, it's Socketed Chaos Gems. Damn it! Oh, no, I thought it was global. That's unfortunate. Well, someone might still want it. I can put spell damage on it. It's okay. I've sold weirder things. Okay. You know, double attack speed, fire as accuracy. Useful. It's a lot of energy shield. If only the base was better. Hybrid helmet with suppress? Okay. Don't reroll the suffixes. T1 suppress. I'd like to be able to reroll the prefixes. Alright. Hopefully it goes well. Went okay. Here you go. Some life, some res, some dex. Very usable helmet. Totem damage, damage over time, reduced mana cost. I'm going to keep the suffixes for now. I'm just going to keep it as is. Because I'm pretty sure Flamewood can use that. Hey, how's it going? Quality, reroll suffixes. T1 suppress is good. The rest isn't great. Let's try again. Haha, improved. Significantly. Add a prefix. I don't want to add another prefix. Damn. I'd have to Eldritch Craft if I wanted better prefixes. Minion crit multi. And minion accuracy. Usually I wouldn't roll a minion wand, but if I can get usable prefixes. Okay. Okay. We just, we call that good unless I can get an upgrade. I can't get an upgrade. Okay. I think we call that good. And this is why you roll random's dove, because sometimes it works out really well. Sure, I'll remove the low crit multi. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I always have fun doing crafting stuff. I know, right, Jace? Just randomly rolls a genuinely excellent item there. Gotta love Rog. Prefix, okay. I kind of like, cool. He let me remove junk suffixes. I don't know if that's better. Add a prefix, sure. Oh, that's not bad, actually. Gonna throw the newest things in here. The reason that I didn't want to finish it with Rog is because ideally, I think someone multi-mods it from here. When trying to make an Ellie bow, yes, they do, which is why I'm going to go back and roll that next. Yep, that was my plan. I just wanted to empty out my inventory a bit. Because if you can get +2 arrows on this, it's really good. Let's see. Well, I've got T2 Lightning Res and T1 Hybrid Fizz. So I think I skipped there. I skip rerolling the prefixes. I try. God damn it. No, it didn't let me interact at all. All right, I'll add another prefix because then it could be worth annulling. Nope, it is not worth it. T7. How easy is Rog currency to farm? Very easy. You just run logbooks, and I have several guides on how to do that. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the Essence live stream. Today we are crafting with Rog, which basically means interacting with prefixes and suffixes. So here I'm just looking for anything that goes together, like that. Someone could use all of those mods, so I'm just going to take it. Crit chance is not ideal. All right, reroll. Maximum energy shield. Oh, I thought that said reroll, not remove. Cold dot multi lightning damage. So can I reroll the prefixes? Yes, I can. Cold dot multi global fizz mana reservation. That's straight up an upgrade for me if it rolls another useful suffix. Huh. I'm going to put that aside because I might want to use it. Not daily. It would be after a couple hours because I have an extremely wide spread right now. And so most of these items aren't worth nearly this much. Oh yeah, those are very good for solo self-found. Congrats. Plus, I'm filling up the tabs rapidly. The goal is to fill up the tabs. That's already decent. No, don't remove suffixes. Upgrade. Yes, upgrade. Reroll prefixes. Ideally, I want life. I was maybe a little too gung-ho about adding prefixes there. Though, with the Katava chest, I could genuinely see someone who values this because it doesn't have life on it. Or not Katava, Utala. Messes with me because it was a Katava chest, and then it got changed to an Utala chest. Minion damage, minion crit chance. I mean, there's no way I get as lucky as I did before. Right? No. It's a pile of garbage. That is a very good Pathfinder Ascendancy belt, even as is, to be honest. Like, as an entry-level item, very solid. Tornado Shot builds like Proj Speed. Let's go. Hey, I'll reroll. Made it worse, unfortunately. Let's try again. Fixed it. Add a suffix mod. Add a suffix mod. Cool. Probably should have left an open suffix. Dot multi, crit multi. So I could keep crit multi attack speed. I think I'd rather keep the suffixes. I'm going to try something here. Shouldn't be doing this. Definitely a waste of money. Ah, didn't hit anything. See? Waste of money. Don't think anyone wants to buy an Atziri's Reign. Wait. I shouldn't even be selling that. That is complete trash. We'll see if anyone wants to buy an Atziri's Reign. Ooh. Normally I wouldn't do an item level 84, but this has just enough modifiers that are already good. Because I can just sell that as is with minimal effort. I should roll this for, wait, 84. Yeah, it's fine. Cold damage fizz. Tiers are low. Upgrade. I can always craft attack speed. Try again. All right, it's bricked. Good old unset rings. Unset rings are not being cooperative, unfortunately. Eh. Rings are all about their suffixes, really. Do not add a prefix. Attribute quality? Nope, Fizz and Chaos. Cold dot multi. Damage with wands, crit chance with cold skulls. Doesn't quite work. Okay, fine. I'm going to be forced to reroll the suffixes. Ooh. If I can reroll the prefixes into something good. Oh, that is the first ROG sale. I think it's 100 sea change. So that means that the ring was probably not quite worth 1.5, but also probably not worth 2. Because it didn't sell at 2. No one offered at 2. But at 1.5, I got offers relatively quickly. That's the downside of bulk selling like this. Or not even bulk selling, but... Oh, wait. I totally forgot to grab change. Whoopsie. There we go. Fixed. Sometimes when I'm on stream, I get very, very distracted. Yeah, that is the slight downside. The upside is you sell things a lot faster and a lot more efficiently. And the money you make through that efficiency greatly outweighs the money that you lose for not getting the absolute maximum value out of every item. 85, 85, 84. Ooh, damaging ailments and damage with bleeding. I mean, to be honest, I'm just going to take that. Minion ring. Minion rings can be very good. I'm not going to reroll prefixes. I'm going to try to upgrade. Not going to add a prefix. All right, fine. I'll fill empty modifiers. Never mind. That wet is very unfortunate. But hey, it's a minion ring. And it has minion speed on it. Imperial Bow. Very interesting start of a base here. Add a suffix mod. Upgrade. I'm gonna not add a prefix. I should have added a prefix there. Because now I have to roll over my double T1. I think that's just a crafting project for someone else. Ooh, life regeneration rate. Can be quite good. Sure. Craft life on it. None of the scepters look particularly good. Attack speed quivers tend to be very profitable. Especially if you hit +1 arrow. And I find with quivers, one of the best things to do is fill the modifiers. Till you get stuff like this. Or that. See if the jewel corrupts into anything interesting. Kinda. Probably not good, though. Not a bad helmet. Let's see. 84 is just a bit low. That base is just a bit low. Oh, here we go. Those are very interesting suffixes. I'll add a prefix mod. I'll reroll. Upgrade to a high... Yes. Do not reroll prefixes. Do not add a new prefix. This is sellable as it is. The strength is unfortunate, but it's a very unusual combination, which means someone will value it. I remember when two-tone boots were the best. Oh, how low the mighty have fallen. Two-handed and axes. Sadly, I didn't get to fix that. Probably should have corrupted it. Oh, well. You know, it already has +1 arrow. Let's try it. Can we fix the prefixes? We have not fixed the prefixes very well. Nor the suffixes. This thing is a mess. No one's going to use that. All right, I'll take off a prefix. Add it back on. Add a second one. Reroll suffixes. Hope for something good. All right. Not bad. Maybe reroll prefixes? Without knowing the price of essences, I can't be 100% sure. But I was getting back like 350 to 400. So yes, it should still be worth it. Wait. I don't want to mess with that. That's already good. Cold and lightning. Do not add a prefix. Do not remove suffixes. No, that's just You craft life and you slam it. Does what have to say that? Life on this. The reason I'm slamming here is if I get a decent res, it's very... Oh! That's very usable. That was worth the 10 chaos I just paid. I think they're about 10 per exalt. At least they were last time I bought exalts. 30% move speed, so prefixes are already good. Reroll suffixes, yes. Suffixes have been improved. So on a bow, you can't get spell modifiers, if that's what you mean. Or were you talking about something else? Those are unfortunate prefixes. Can I remove the lowest mod? Nope. Area damage, burning damage. I believe both apply to RF. No, I don't want to remove suffixes. Nor do I want to reroll them. RF's popular enough that a 2 mod can still sell. All right, the goal here is to get suppress. And ideally, something like life. No suppress. But it's still got pretty good mods overall. Oh, wow. Steel rings are really rare. Good. Very good. Do not add a prefix. Do I just take that as is? I think I just take that as is. Later in the league, I'd keep rolling. Oh, +1 to all fizz gems. Open up a prefix for life. Yes, immediately do that. Upgrade modifiers. Not add a prefix. Remove a single modifier. Do not remove. Do not add a prefix. So Righteous Fire is a dot that does not hit. Flat added damage is never added to Righteous Fire. So if it says adds damage, it will never work. Trap throwing speed. Yeah, get rid of that. Add reroll global fizz. Okay. Yeah, 3 mods. Good enough. Reduced extra from crits. I don't think it's good enough as is, unfortunately. Item level 86 Royal Bow. Sure. Fizz. I don't think I want to do that. Add a prefix. Upgrade again. Okay. Didn't become anything too interesting. That has fizz damage already. Sure, let's see. Yeah, remove that. Add a prefix modifier. Reroll. Not going well. Have a good night, Divine. Thanks for stopping by. This is not a good Bone Shatter Axe. Let me get rid of both of these. No one's going to buy either one. Area damage, flask duration. It's unfortunate. I have to reroll. Okay, I don't want to remove. Yes, reroll. Bleed, fire dot multi. Ironically, I'm going to keep that. Because the bleed's bad, but fire dot multi is very valuable. Minion move speed with Chaos Res and Intelligence. Let's try to upgrade. Oh, I shouldn't have skipped there. Nah, I messed up. Bricked the item. That's okay, there's plenty more. Ooh, suppress. Add a prefix. Add another prefix. Upgrade, reroll. Upgrade. Upgrade. Take. It's always Conjure Gloves. Imperial Bow, but only 85. This Foul Spirit Shield already has pretty good mods on it. I was really hoping for plus gems there. Upgrade a mod to height. Yes. Reroll. Reroll. Who knows? Someone might buy it. That is a decent Cold Dot Shield. Yes, reroll prefixes. You know what? Remove all prefixes. Maybe give me better suffixes? I mean, better's arguable there. That kind of bricked. That's okay. Ooh. This is just a really well-rounded amulet. If I can upgrade some tiers, there's no reason to not... Yeah, no reason to not just keep that. Double attribute suffix. Global Fizz, block while dual wielding. Life. There we go. I thought that said 47 for a second. If it was 47 fire res, that would be worth rolling. But it's not. So that's okay. Suppress on an 83 helmet. Not quite good enough. Scarlet round shield. Not quite good enough. Oh, if that was 86. Reduce mana cost. Sure. Increased reservation? Alright. Damage with bleed? Nope. Let's remove suffixes. Add a suffix. Add a suffix. Crit multi? Yeah, crit multi proj damage. 3 module. Cast speed. Fairly niche. Alright. Never mind over cast speed. Better. Add a prefix. Don't reroll suffixes anymore. Take item. Damage taken recouped. And minion accuracy. I want to keep those suffixes. Give me minion prefixes. AKA any prefix that affects like that. What gets used there? It's always a 3 mod thing, right? I think so. Can we upgrade fizz mods? All right, removing actually helps here. Add a random suffix. Oh, that didn't go well. I don't think Plated Maul was right base either, now that I'm looking at it again. What that tells me is I've spent maybe a little bit too long crafting. Wait, this has an open prefix. No, it doesn't. That does, though, so I'll put that aside. So now I do what I did before. I take the 99 Chaos tab, drag it all the way up, 2 Divines. That's my new 2 Divine tab. For all my interesting and random junk. Then I just cascade it down. 2 Divines becomes 1.5. 1.5 becomes 1. 1 becomes 149C. And 149C becomes 99C. Actually, I'm going to add slightly more variation here. So instead of... Wait. Did I do this right? This was just 1. So yeah, 169, and this was 149. I'm going to go to 129. And to make room for that, I'm just going to get rid of everything in my 9 Chaos tab. Because I don't think it's worth having a 9 Chaos tab at the moment. I do not get excited by the prospect of trading someone for 9 Chaos, I think. Ugh. And that's pretty much everything. So now this is actually going to end up here in the sequence at 149. Or wait, is it? No, wait. Never mind. Not at 140. This is going to end up here at the 99 in the sequence. 74, 49, 34, 19. I think 19C is where I want to cut it off for now. I mean, you can always buy more scrap metal. Scrap metal's super cheap. That's not a concern. Any good suffixes? Good suffixes. Oh, there we go. Just going to take that as is. It's one good suffix. Let's see if I can get more. That made them worse. Oh, I missed. Shouldn't have done that. All right. That was just a misclick. Recoup attack speed totem damage. Recoup attack speed is the good one, though. Damaging ailments faster. Okay. Crit multi-wield dual wielding. Even better. Crit chance with fire skills. Start of something. Better. Maybe not better. Okay, that definitely got worse. Chaos damage is unfortunate there. Probably a little too fast and loose with that one. Anything else worth rolling here? Crit multi, yes. Burning damage cast speed does not go with crit multi. Fire res and cast speed does, though. Trap damage, crit multi. Still all technically works. But I'll try for something better. Don't know if I succeeded. All right, that's good. Now suffixes. You know, I think that's good enough to sell. Minion ring, ideally minion speed. Oh, that should not have been... You know, maybe that's fine? I do not want to remove affixes. I'm just going to sell that as is. Evasion, Dex, burning damage. Dex, burning damage is already decent. Max life. Cool. If I had suppress on it, I'd roll it. Ooh. Already good prefixes. Add a suffix. Add a suffix. Do not add a prefix. Reroll suffixes. Upgrade, upgrade, add a suffix. That's the most non-minion ring I've ever rolled, I think, for a minion base. Doesn't mean it's bad, just means it probably won't sell. I don't really want to remove, but I would be happy to reroll. Alright, fine, I'll remove since it really wants me to. Alright. That was a little too fast and loose, which is telling me something. What it's telling me is this is probably time to take a break from crafting. Been going for about 3.5 hours. Makes sense that now is a good time for a break. My brain certainly feels like it's mush, and also it's dinner time. So before I go... wait. I wanted to mention that most of these rings I need to craft minus mana cost, and they'll go into the tab. But there were a couple things that weren't like that. But it wasn't just a matter of putting in... Oh no, it's just the belt and the boots. Yeah, break time. Let me grab suitable... Because very few people are going to buy a pure armor chest. The only time I could see someone buying a pure armor chest is if it also had RMR on it. Or was linked. So I wanted to check. Flask effect duration, flasks applied to you, flask charges gained. Let's go 35, 25, 10. Any belt with just those mods and no life is worth at least 80C. And I'm going to go offline because there's only 8 results here. This is a very rare combination. And this is worse than my belt. Not by a lot, but it's slightly worse. So I can fairly safely say that my belt is around 3 divines. That's this one. Could be a little more, actually. Because I think this is the closest. And mine's slightly better. So that I'm going to put aside in its own tab, or in my fully priced tab for 3. The other thing I was going to check is boots with, what is this? 130% resist and 35% move speed. So. Typing is hard. Let's try 120. Alright, the corrupted and mirrored garbage does not count. So corrupted no, mirrored no. Starting to see semi-equivalent here, but realistically, more like here. That one's worse. That one's offline. This is worse. This is worse. This is arguably better, but worse base type because it's an int base. This is very similar. So that's a pretty solid item. And on a pure armor base... Oh, I just realized my window capture was not working there, was it? Whoops. This is what I was trying to show. Yeah, OBS just didn't want to capture it for some reason. I blame OBS. Yeah, the 1.5 Divine is the first one that is equal to or better than my pair here. So I'm going to put that up for 1.5. I could have put it in the dump tab, but that's okay. And then for these, I just need to buy some Elrions. So overall, that was a relatively productive crafting session. And over the next few days, a lot of these things will sell. The main reason that it hasn't sold yet is these tabs are too expensive for what the items are. Where they're going to sell for the most part is this, which means in a couple hours, probably in an hour. Probably going to go make some dinner, and when I come back, I'm going to lower the price of everything in all these tabs. And then in an hour or two after that, I'm going to do it again, and that's when I should start seeing a bunch of stuff sell. Got to be really aggressive with pricing. Oh, we have a Krendor. Let's see. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, let's see. Do I get to annul the Fizz? I'm glad you're learning. That's always the goal. All right, so we hit it again. And this time it has to hit a Fizz or it's a brick. Ah. Oh, it's a brick. It's so painful. I like how Ash showed up too. But with that, I think that's what I'm going to call the stream. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed the crafting and enjoyed Krendor's pain with the brick. I've certainly had a bit of fun with Rog, and I'm going to go buy some Elrion jewelry. And then go finish my How I Made My First 100 Divines video. Because it's been a little longer than I would have liked before releasing that. I've just been very busy the past couple days, so I haven't really gotten to play, and I hadn't really had time to work on that video because it's going to take a little longer. Anyway, with that, should be out within a couple days, maybe even tomorrow morning, we'll see. And then after that, it's going to be the build video. And then it's going to be, good question, something. Always making something. Maybe some Armored Core 6 gameplay. But thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. If you did like the stream, or if you learned something, be sure to get subscribed. Leave a like while you're down there. Best way to find the stream again.